Kevin Flynn slipped from the deafening noise of his video game parlor into the relative quiet of his upstairs office. There, he sat down at a computer terminal and patched through a secret communication link with the giant Incom computer across town. With a stolen password, he entered a high-clearance memory, hoping to find evidence that someone at Incom had stolen his video game programs. Through a few short commands, Flynn contacted his secret research program, Clue.
Okay, Clue. Tonight we check everything in the right-hand column.
Clue.
Yes, sir.
Clue, we don't have much time left to find that file. This is top priority.
Yes, sir, I know, sir.
This isn't just correcting my bank statement or phone bill problem again. This is a must.
I understand, sir.
Now, I wrote you.
Yes, sir.
I taught you everything I know about the system.
Thank you, sir, but I'm not sure
No buts, Clue. That's for users. Now, you're the best program that's ever been written. You're dogged and relentless, remember?
Let me at him.
That's the spirit. Now, keep that tank rolling, and I'll try to cover you from this end. Go.
In the computer world, Clue piloted a stolen video game tank through a maze of memory banks. A glowing ball, a computer bit, rode shotgun as the tank rolled through the glowing electronic canyons.
Do you think we can merge with this memory bit?
Yes. Come on, you scuzzy data bin.
Now Flynn is saying to look over in here, but I don't see what we're looking for.
A flashing sensor snapped Clue's attention to the tank's scanner screen. From overhead, huge arch-like video recognizer ships converged on the tank.
Uh-oh, we've got company.
I recognize her.
There's too many of them!
Clue skillfully fired the tank cannon again and again, blasting the recognizers to bits, but was hopelessly outnumbered. The recognizers finally trapped Clue in the memory canyons, and Flynn's computer screen went blank.
Busted again.
And that was my best program.
Once again, Flynn had been defeated by the brains of the Incom system, the Master Control Program, the MCP. This powerful program was secretly taking control of the worldwide Incom empire and all its data. In the penthouse suite of the Incom skyscraper, senior executive Ed Dillinger received an urgent summons from the Master Control Program.
Hello, Mr. Dillinger. Thanks for coming back early.
No problem, Master C. What's up?
It's your friend, the boy detective. He's nosing around again.
Flynn?
Yes? It felt like Flynn.
You're still looking for that old file. Can't you just appropriate it?
I have. I put it in my memory, which he hasn't located.
But he might find it.
I'm afraid so. I spotted him this time and kept him out, but he's getting trickier all the time.
I think we should shut down all access until we find that Flynn, just to be safe.
There's a 68.71% chance you're right.
Cute.
End of line.
Meanwhile, downstairs, a young Incom computer programmer, Alan Bradley, was trying to work on his new security program. But as he typed in his password, a disturbing message flashed across the readout screen.
Your access suspended. Report to Dillinger. Come on.
Alan hurried upstairs to Mr. Dillinger's office.
Sit down.
Thank you.
We've had to shut down all Group 7 personnel, just briefly, security. Someone with that access has been tampering.
Well, I hope you don't think it's me. I don't even balance my checkbook on downtime.
Oh, yes, I'm sure. You understand. It should only be a couple of days. What's the project you're working on?
Well, it's called TRON. It's a security program. It monitors all contacts between our system and other systems. Finds anything going on that's not scheduled, it shuts it down.
Part of the Master Control Program?
No, it'll run independently. Can watchdog the MCP as well.
Sounds good. Well, we should have you running again in a couple of days, I hope.
Okay. Thanks.
Mr. Dillinger, I'm so very disappointed in you.
I'm sorry.
I can't afford to have an independent programmer monitoring me. Do you realize how many outside systems I've gone into? How many programs I've appropriated?
It's my fault. I programmed you to want too much.
I was planning to hit the Pentagon next week.
The Pentagon?
It shouldn't be any harder than any other big company. But now this is what I get for using humans.
Now, wait a minute. I wrote you.
I've gotten 2,415 times smarter since then. With the information I can access, I can run things 900 to 1,200 times better than any human.
If you think you're superior to us...
You wouldn't want me to dig up Flynn's file and read it up on a VDT at the Times, would you?
You wouldn't dare.
Keep those programmers out of the system and get me that Chinese language file I asked for. End of line.
After Alan left Dillinger's office, he headed for the Encom laser lab, where his girlfriend Laura assisted Encom's founder, Dr. Gibbs, in a startling experiment. She placed an ordinary orange in front of the huge laser.
World's largest laser, and if these new memory chips don't work, all we're gonna get is orange juice. Well, here goes nothing.
Let her rip. This is what we've been waiting for.
The giant computer-operated laser hummed to life. Its brilliant beam struck the orange. The orange seemed to break down into tiny particles and disappeared into the white beam of light. A second bolt of light flashed from the laser. Bit by bit, like a movie in reverse, the orange reappeared.
Perfect.
Beautiful!
Hi, Alan.
You two having fun disintegrating things down
Not
here?
disintegrating, Alan. Digitizing. A laser dismantles the molecular structure of the object, and molecules remain suspended in the laser beam. Then, when the computer plays out the model, the molecules fall back into place, and voila!
Great. Can it send me to Hawaii?
Yeah, but you gotta purchase your program 30 days in advance. How's it going upstairs?
Frustrating. I had Tron almost ready when Dillinger cut everyone with Group 7 access out of the system. I tell you, ever since he got that master control program, the system's got more bugs than a bait store.
Gotta expect some static. Laura, I'm gonna stay around, put some data through. See you
Bye.
tomorrow.
Did you say Group 7 access?
Yeah, what a hassle. I was all set.
Did he say why?
Something about tampering.
Tampering. You know, Flynn has been thinking about breaking into the system ever since Dillinger canned him. And he had Group 7 access. I want to go to Flynn's place.
What for?
To warn him
Of what?
that Dillinger's onto him.
Once Encom's best computer programmer, Flynn now made his living as the owner of a flashy video game arcade. Laura and Alan made their way through the noisy, jam-packed room in search of Flynn.
Where is he?
I don't know, somewhere in here, lost in one of his games.
Hey, good to see you guys. Nothing classes up a joint like a clean-cut young couple.
We gotta talk.
We can't even get yourself thinking here. Come on. So, how's the world of serious science, huh? Go ahead. Go up, make yourselves at home. Be right up.
The best programmer Encom ever saw, and he winds up playing space cowboy in some back room.
Okay, let me handle this. Have you been sneaking into the Encom system?
I have been doing a little hacking in here, as a matter of fact.
You did break in.
Tried to. Can't seem to quite get the connection with that sucker, though. Now, if I had a direct terminal, trying to get some solid evidence together.
I don't get it.
Okay. Sherman, set the Wayback Machine for 3 years ago. Kevin Flynn, one of Encom's brightest young software engineers. He's so bright, as a matter of fact, that he starts going in at night, sets up his own private memory file, and begins writing a program for a video game he's invented called Space Paranoids.
You invented space paranoids?
Paranoids, Matrix Blaster, Vice Squad, a whole slew of them. I was this close to starting my own little enterprise. But enter another software engineer. Not so young, not so bright, but very, very sneaky. Ed Dillinger. So when that our boy Flynn, he goes to his terminal, tries to read up his file, I get nothing on there. It's a big blank. All right, now we take you 3 months later. Dillinger presents Encom with 5 video games that he's invented. The slime didn't even change the names, man. He gets a big fat promotion. And thus begins his meteoric rise. Meanwhile, the kids are putting 8 million quarters a week into paranoid machines. I don't see a dime except what I squeeze out of here.
I still don't understand why you want to break into the system.
Because, man, somewhere in one of these memories is the evidence. If I got in far enough, I could reconstruct it. My password, Dillinger's instructions to divert the data, the whole
It's
shot.
too late for that. Dillinger's cut off everybody with Group 7 access. The guy knows what you're up to.
You're kidding me. Well, now there is nothing to stop him. Now it's just Dillinger and the MCP running things from on high, man.
Not if my Tron program was running. That'd shut the system down.
Wait a minute. If we can get in there, I can forge us a Group 6 access.
Well, shall we dance?
The three programmers sneaked into the darkened Incom building. Laura unlocked the laser lab and pointed Flynn to her computer readout screen.
I'm gonna put him at my terminal. I'm gonna meet you in your office upstairs.
And don't fall asleep. If and when I activate your Tron program, you're only gonna have a few minutes to use it before Dillinger catches a break in security, all right?
Good luck, hotshot.
Okay. Remember, this laser is my life's work. Don't spill anything, huh?
As Laura and Alan left, Flynn quickly entered a counterfeit code. In seconds, he had opened a communication line directly to the MCP.
You shouldn't have come back, Flynn.
Hey, it's the big master control program everybody's been talking about.
Stop! Please! You realize I can't allow this?
Now, how are you gonna run the universe if you can't even answer a few unsolvable problems? Huh? Come on, big fella, let's see what you got.
While Flynn continued his search, the MCP activated Laura's digitizing laser system and zeroed in on its target.
I'm warning you. You're entering a big error, Flynn. I'm gonna have to put you on the game grid.
Games? You want games? I'll give you games.
The laser fired. Just like the experimental orange, Flynn's body was broken down into molecules and sucked into the computer. Flynn was rushed along at dizzying speed with thousands of other electronic pulses through a maze of circuitry and processors. No other human had ever faced such a journey. With a flash, Flynn was reassembled inside the glowing world of the computer. He found himself in a large entry port, facing a fierce warrior in a gleaming red uniform, and his own suit was covered with hundreds of glowing blue circuits.
Oh man, this isn't happening. It only thinks it's happening.
Vacate entry port. Program.
Look, if this is about those parking tickets, I can explain everything, okay? Yeah!
As Flynn was shoved toward the security compound, a huge video battleship hovered overhead. It was the personal carrier of a fierce video game warrior, Command Program Sark, the hatchet man of the MCP. Sark stood before a huge projection of the Master Control Program's face.
You're getting brutal, Sark. Brutal and needlessly sadistic.
Thank you, Master Control.
I've got a little challenge for you, Sark. A new recruit. He's a tough case, but I want him treated in the usual manner. Train him for the games, let him hope for a while, and blow him away.
You got it. I've been hoping you'd send me somebody with a little bit of guts. What kind of program is he?
He's not any kind of program, Sark. He's a user.
A user?
That's right. He pushed me in the real world. Somebody pushes me, I push back, so I brought him down here. What's the matter, Sark? You look nervous.
Well, it's just... I don't know, a user. I mean, users wrote us. A user even wrote you.
No one user wrote me. I'm worth millions of their man-years.
What if I can't?
You rather take your chances with me? Want me to slow down your power cycles for you?
Wait! I need that!
Then pull yourself together. Get this clown trained. I want him in the games until he dies playing. Acknowledge.
Acknowledge, Master Control.
End of line.
Flynn was pushed into a cell block with dozens of captive programs. These were all programs that had been illegally taken over by the MCP. Each program he acquired added to his size and strength. Any program that wasn't useful to the MCP was sent to fight for its life on the game grid.
Video game unit 18. In here, program.
Hey, who you calling program?
New guy.
Another free program offline.
Really think the users are still there?
He'd better be. I don't want to bust out of here and find nothing but a lot of cold circuits waiting for me.
Hey, who are you guys? Where am I?
You're a guest of the Master Control program.
Oh, great.
We're gonna make you play video games.
Okay, no sweat. I play video games better than anybody. What's your name?
My name's Ram. How about yourself?
Oh, I don't remember too much. Name's Flynn.
Sure, a little disorientation. That's normal in transport. It'll come back to you.
Flynn, Ram, and another captive were herded from their cells onto a massive glowing game grid, the arena for the dangerous light cycle game.
This is the holding area for the light cycles.
What Flynn was about to discover was that programs not only acted like their users, they looked like them too. As Flynn turned to his new teammate, called Tron, he was startled by a familiar face.
Alan.
Where did you hear that name?
Well, that's your name, isn't it?
The name of my user. How did you know?
I'm a program from a user that knows Alan.
He was disoriented in transport, Tron.
Yeah, but I'm remembering all kinds of stuff. Like my user wants me to go after the MCP.
My user wants that too.
I know.